love records. I still believe in the format. It's very, very hard work. It's very expensive. It's hard to sell them. It takes ages to make them. However, I still firmly believe until such time as actually making records literally loses us money, we will keep making records. I think that an essential part of the character of this label is the fact that we make beautiful things. Can't always do box sets and all these kind of things, but you know, with certain projects we do. In the good old days, we just sold thousands and thousands of records. Like it, I looked at some old emails the other day from 2001, and for High Contrast's Return of Forever, I was repressing that record every week. Because on the one hand, I mean, I was pressing in Hackney. I've been pressing in Germany for about 18 years now because there's no good pressing plants in the UK. But I would press, you know, 300 or 500 copies every week for about 6 months, you know. Fast forward to now, and it's very, very different. Pressing records is expensive. It's extremely long, the turnaround times, as we might have read on different blogs or forums or magazines. For some labels, they have to wait 6 months to get a record delivered, which is insane. And I think it's no wonder why a lot of people don't bother anymore. It's really, really hard work. I think that also increasingly a lot of artists, particularly in dance music, a lot of artists aren't really bothered. But I am, it's my label, so I want to put records out. But we have to be flexible, you know. It's only common sense. So you know, when we've really enjoyed ourselves, you know, we make all manner of sort of special edition product, and we still do that. Like that, Are We There Yet? One of Tony's previous records. That was a lot of fun. I mean, you know, that was a double vinyl in a gatefold sleeve in a box with a fold-out ordnance map, 12 postcards, a lightning bolt USB stick. Just really good fun. Also really sort of based on outstanding artwork and design from Ricky. And it's the kind of thing that as a designer, he just took that idea and ran with it. Absolutely loved it. You know, other things like the New Logic sleeve, which basically is based on an old VHS tape, if any of you know what VHS is. It looked amazing, just with that little cutout on the right-hand side, and the inner sleeve was just like jet black. It's just really, really cool. Danny Bird's album, Golden Ticket. Of course, we made some chocolate bars and we put some golden tickets in there. Everyone loves that film. Like, you know, it's fun. You should have fun with what you do. Made some Rubik's Cubes for logistics. The We Are 21 album, you know, we actually incorporated a pack of playing cards that was on our merchandise range, and you know, you try and think outside the box as best you can. You try and actually bring some style and a bit of humour and a bit of fun to what you do, but you also try and make product occasionally that people really, they just want to have. They want to put it on their shelf, they want to put it on their table, whatever it might be. Merchandising is a whole other world for us. I mean, we started making T-shirts, I suppose, I think we made our first T-shirt in 1998. But in the first 3 years, we probably made 3 T-shirts and 1 sweatshirt. So we took our time. We didn't rush into that. It's a kind of classic mistake for lots of eager beavers in the music industry. They put out a couple of records and then think they should have a full merchandise range. So we took our time. But as we really started to hit the ground with it all, I guess 2006, 2010, 2012, we realised that the fan base that we built were just really up for just buying all sorts of stuff, not just T-shirts and sweatshirts. Oven gloves. We made matching oven gloves and cooking aprons. And I remember very well, as soon as we launched them, going down to one of our raves at Studio 338, and I saw someone on the dance floor and he had his apron on and his oven gloves and he was raving like that. And we've done like doormats. We did all these rubber rings for our beach festival. Beers. I mean, who doesn't like a beer, right? The fact that we were lucky enough to find a really, really good craft brewery, who are based in North London, the two owners, who are cousins, are massive hospital fans. And they were like, do you want to do a beer? So we've now done, I think, 7 with Signature Brew. And again, what's the fun part? Well, naming it. If you do an IPA, you can call it IPA&E, because it's funny. Like, you know, like the first one was called Doctor's Orders. The stout was called Hospital Porter. You know, hopefully, crucially, the product is really good. Trust me, they were, because you're not going to do a collaboration with Beck's because it's horrible. You're not going to do a collaboration with Carling because you wouldn't want to drink it. So you try hard to. The nice thing is actually go and do it, and you know, and we filmed it and we put it on a YouTube channel. You know, for each beer, we'd take a few of the artists, we'd go to the brewery, we'd sit them down, they'd do a tasting session. You took, you know, whether it was Metric, DRS, and Dynamite. So you make content which you put on your social media channel, but crucially at the end of it, you deliver a great product, and it's branded, and it's cool, and it's fun. You know, yeah, you know, all sorts of different things, but. You know, we don't do it for the sake of it. We don't just do it because some of these things actually cost huge amounts of money. You know, we did this 2-piece fleece tracksuit. We do some bespoke bits of clothing in China, and it can take 6 months to turn it around. And actually, the pieces are very, very expensive. We just launched some bomber jackets. We did the tracksuits, and they cost a lot of money. So you need to make sure. And I often have to say to Ollie and Lopez, who run our merch, like, don't get carried away, because I can't afford for you to get it wrong. I can't afford to have 100 tracksuits on the shelf because no one likes them, and I'm $8,000 down just because you thought it could be fun. So I rely on them to do their research, to like know the marketplace, to know the fan base, to know that even if it's something as simple as like, oh, we're going through a phase where actually everyone likes really big back prints on their clothing. They don't want a big design there, they actually want it at the back of their hoodie or their crew neck. For, you know, even just colours that people are really into. All these things kind of change. But crucially, the main thing is that if you go to a hospitality event and you're listening to one of our artists playing our tunes, and the people in the crowd are wearing our t-shirts, raving with our oven gloves, you're sort of tying it all up together, right? And it all just kind of makes sense in a kind of like unique sort of ecosystem. I always like to say drum and bass is a mugs game, which is one of my many funny phrases, by which I really mean, good example of merchandise that works, mugs, right? Everyone, including, you know, your nan and your mum, love a mug. Stick a logo on it, make sure it looks nice. You can probably sell it for a tenner, and you'll probably, don't quote me, you've probably got a profit margin of about £4.75. In the current climate, when it's really hard to make money out of music, that's just great, right? So that's a little secret for all of you. If you get away with some mugs, imagine just like selling 100 mugs because you've got some good tunes out. You get that profit and you put it back into what you're investing in with your record label, you put it into putting on a party, you put it into be able to manufacture some t-shirts. It's part of that ecosystem, and sometimes you need an easy win, right? And something like a mug never goes out of fashion, because tea and coffee doesn't go out of fashion, right?